Today's tea time topic is self-compassion is the key to harvest. And it's harvest time. The sun is in Virgo. We're harvesting lots of details. And one of the things that happens in Virgo due to Virgo consciousness is that you get attached to outcome. All right? And attached to outcome is everyone has this Virgo vision that they see of perfection. Everyone's living up to their own Virgo vision of perfection. And, you know, in a young Virgo or in a wrongly managed human being, that Virgo vision can become Virgo vicious, okay? And what we want to do is make it Virgolicious. We want to enjoy the whole process and avoid the vicious of Virgo. Now, today's one of those days, looking at the AIT, that, you know, we could slip into that Virgo vicious part of ourself, and the remedy is self-compassion. The truth is, the best way to harvest anything, okay, harvest meaning allow something to grow, allow something to be harvested and taken the way you want, is through the whole process to be self-compassionate. In fact, I have a personal belief that one should not actually judge or analyze the product until it's done. You had your vision, now set out and build it, and in the process of building it, okay, we must be self-compassionate in the whole process. Self-compassionate means, in the simplest sense, okay, that we listen to our every need in every moment and we just are there for ourselves in the simplest sense. Now, I learned this in my personal life when I was recovering from like 3 different hospital stays. I mean, by the third time I've been hospitalized and was released, I had gotten recovery down to a science. And what I had learned, even in the process of healing in the hospital, was 100% self-compassion. So, you know, do I need to use the restroom? If I do I need help getting to the restroom? Will it make me feel bad? You know, what should I think about after? I mean, literally, when you're recovering from something, you're literally trying to make it, you know, to the simplest things like eating and sleeping and being comfortable. And so it showed me that I had to be, I knew that, you know, what's sad is that it took me being sick for me to actually realize that I need to be more compassionate to myself. And it took me being sick 3 times and recovering 3 times for me to go finally the 3rd time, you know, after I recover this time, I don't think I'm going to stop this self-compassion. I think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to constantly just always be by my side and treat myself as someone in recovery and look at myself gently and give myself time and have no judgment over myself. Now, truthfully, that's my intended tone. But in times like Virgo, I get crazy too, and I get all wigged out over details and attached to outcome and all the same things that everyone does. And I have to constantly say, it's okay. And it is okay. When it comes to building, creating, making what you want to have happen, really, the way to get the best out of everyone is to be compassionate to yourself. Really. Because if you're knowing that you're tired, then you know they're tired. And you know if you push yourself, they might feel pushed. The more you're sensitive to yourself, the more you prevent ever from being a tyrant, you actually become incredibly more compassionate. So for those who are in the compassion business and who want to sit down and be compassionate to others, I'm actually telling you too, this is my final tip to self-compassion is the key, that by being compassionate to yourself first, you'll be double compassionate to your constituents and the people that you reach out to. So in this time of Virgo, self-compassion is the key. I literally recommend that you be very compassionate to yourself for the next 30 straight days and that you do it every day. Like, all right, well, if this is tough, then I'm just not going to make myself do it. If it's this hard on me, well, then why put myself through that? And really just be there with yourself. Now, what's going to happen, in my opinion, is the best of you will come forward. When you just sit back and allow yourself to be who you really are, the best of you will come forward. And that's God's formula, not Sensei's.